Hey there, Mr. Miller here again. Glad to be with everybody out there. Again, this time I have fifth graders with me from a different class, Mrs. Boudreau's class. And we were talking in the class a few minutes ago about making mistakes. And most importantly, when you make a mistake, how do you make it better? And even more important, what do you learn from it so it doesn't happen again? In fact, I was talking to another student this morning, and he directly told me a mistake he made and owned his behavior. And these three students are leaders in that same way. They own their behavior and they want to continually make it better and fix it, and especially for other people they're working with. So I'm so proud of these three and the examples they're going to give just in a few seconds right now. So here we go with Sophia. Can you give us an example of a mistake you made and how you made it better in your own way?
Yes. One example that I can give you is when me and my brother are at home, we argue a lot. So before it turns into a conflict, I try to ignore him, or I try to say something nice to him so he won't continue. For example, if he calls me a disrespectful name, I either ignore him and I pretend like he's not there, or I say something nice to him back, oh, I like your shirt or something. I don't know.
Well, see, what you did just there for everybody out there is you started with a general example, then you made a detailed example of exactly what you were talking about so they understand it. And again, they could use some of your ideas out there to make things better with friends, siblings, or anybody else they work with in the future, because you tried to make the problem smaller, not bigger. So I'm very impressed with that example.
Yeah, before changing the topic, because I try to change the topic before it comes into a bigger conflict.
Exactly. That's a good way to summarize it. Beautiful job. Amelia, your example of a mistake and making it better.
Yeah, so I've made a mistake before. I was having conflict with a person at lunch. So when I was having that conflict, I went and told an adult. And when I told an adult, the adult said, okay, we will solve that problem for you. So me and that person had a conversation, and we both realized we both really have similar feelings about the situation. And we both realized that maybe we might need a little work on helping each other and working with each other in the classroom and outside of the classroom.
Well, that was extremely well said by you, because what you did so many right things with that. You got assistance or help when you needed to. You expressed your feelings beautifully so they understood what the concern was, right? And then through that expression, you both realized that you needed some time to work through it and patience, and then you would get more help with that to make it even better in the future. That was very well said. So people out there can really learn a lot from that. I hope you heard what she said, because both of these students right now have a lot to offer you out there for strategies. Snowden, thanks for being with us. What do you have to say about mistakes and making them better?
So my neighbor, we used to dislike each other, and I would always say rude things about her, and I realized when I said that, it just made her whole day a bad day, no matter what happened. So I decided, because no one likes to be sad. I started coming over, and we started to become friends, and now we're just friends. We're just good friends, and it's always nice to have a friend. So.
That was beautifully said too. You couldn't have said it better, Snowden. But what I'm hearing through your voice today is empathy. You realized you were not quite right in handling that situation at first. You cared enough about her feelings. You wanted her to have a better day. And because of all that, you ended up being friends, which you said you really wanted. So that was just what we needed to hear for the audience out there. Thank you so much for all these three examples.
Kindness for everyone.
Yes, that's exactly right. I'm glad you summarized it that way.
Empathy is kindness, because having other people's emotions matter as much as your emotions do too. Because everybody has emotions, but it's okay to sometimes be a little bit disrespectful, but it's not okay not to apologize or say that you're sorry or make up for it.
Wow, what a beautiful way to say it again. Well, this couldn't be any better, as you can probably see from this video and their expressions in it. But out there, I want to do the community prompt. Maybe you could ask your family members what mistakes you've made in the past and how they made it better, and again, how they've learned from it as well. We appreciate your ideas and voices, like I said, and we can't wait to visit with you next time. Next month, we'll be here with you. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.